So the trend is aggregation moves into services, which we're sort of like glibly calling the travel trend, because there's a few reasons for that. So first of all, you see people like, well, Nike Plus have sort of seeded the way for others now, but Fuelband, Jawbone, Fitbug Orb, all really interesting sort of fitness tracker services who are now starting to move a lot more into a bigger play where you're actually starting to talk about fitness and health outcomes rather than just measuring data on a day-by-day basis. So do I want to lose 10 pounds by this time next month? Is 10 pounds a lot to lose in a month? Probably is. There are now services that can help you do that, right? Because it's not just about capturing data day by day, it's about sort of building on your what you do day by day and building motivation into it, and it's a lot more than that. And Starbucks have started to, or have been doing for a long time actually, they've been thinking a lot bigger than coffee, because coffee goes with music, coffee goes with news, coffee goes with loyalty, and they've been experimenting with all these things in the physical world for quite a long time, and indeed digital. But what we've seen more recently is, well, I mentioned Airbnb in the context of a different trend, but Airbnb moving from just facilitating the contact point between person wanting to go somewhere and person with flat somewhere into like a whole holiday experience type of an interaction. So you go somewhere, let's say, you go to somewhere like Paris, where you kind of know Paris, right? A little bit, you've been a few times, but you meet somebody through the context of Airbnb who actually really knows a different side of Paris to what you did before. So therefore, they've built in this whole experience into the 12-step journey they already have, which knits together an awful lot more than just the transaction. SNCF, actually, the French train operator, have done something similar where rather than having to buy your tickets, get the train, it's about a lot more than that. It's about getting to the station. It's about finding a car at the other end and knitting all that together into one sort of holistic experience. You see the travel trend thing coming through here. We talked about Uber enough. I won't go into that anymore particularly, but only to say that they now have a tie-up with Spotify where your playlist will play in the cab that you choose through Uber. Again, knitting together all sorts of aspects of what the service actually is. And then, I talked about if this then that, but there are now services like Tink, which aggregates all of your financial services into one place as well. We've seen a lot of experimentation with that in the last 2 years particularly. But I guess what we're getting at is companies starting to think a lot more than just the thing that they do well into what else does that imply along the journey? What is the customer actually trying to achieve when they're using that service? Is it bigger than just what our service can offer, and therefore can we extend it and aggregate it?